We've spent years wondering when AI would change the world, only to realize we're already living in the aftermath. But as the novelty wears off, the ethical question gets louder. We aren't just looking at faster software, we're looking at a fundamental shift in how we value human creativity, how we use our brains, and who gets to keep their livelihood in an automated economy. Today, we're looking past the hype to talk about the AI reckoning and whether we're sacrificing our human edge for the sake of convenience. Bet you didn't know that was AI. Did I get you? Let me know.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Let's get right into it. So pillar number 1 is AI art versus the small creators. I think the main problem here is that we're taking the spotlight away from so many talented people that have worked their entire lives at their craft and became top of their game just for some AI artist to waltz in and take their spot and take all the attention. And it's really sad. What's going on right now is that AI artists on Spotify, they're taking up spots on playlists where people would usually get their exposure from. AI artists are charting on Billboard now, on the Hot 100. And it's a shame because it doesn't matter what your skill level is, you might get left behind. And if you decide not to use AI in your music making process, even if you are talented, sometimes it's just not enough. And the thing about AI art is it's not original. None of it can be original. It's impossible because it's just repackaging human art into something quote unquote new. But in reality, it's just old things packaged together. But in a way, this is what curators do. But the difference between AI artists and curators is that curators do it with taste that they've developed their entire lives. AI does it through data processing models that really don't have a rhyme or reason. It's just based on what data it's fed. And I think if you rely on AI too heavily in your art making process, whether this be music, painting, writing, I'll get more into the writing on the next pillar, but I think it'll come back to bite you in the end if you don't actually learn how to do these things the right way. And sure, AI will be there for you in the future, but how are you going to play a live show? How are you going to demonstrate making your art like Bob Ross if a bot made it for you? I think in the end, there really are no shortcuts, especially when it comes to being a creative. And speaking of not having shortcuts, that leads me to pillar number 2. Are LLMs making us dumber? That is the question here. So what's going on is we're replacing the need to memorize information. We're making it really easy to get quick answers to anything. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty useful. Like the search assist on different search engines where they have the answer to your question that you type in all neat and organized. That does help, but you can't fully rely on it yet, as these large language models, they still hallucinate very often, and they still spread misinformation and make stuff up. And I think the problem is people taking everything AI says as truth, and they really have no idea what's going on. It's all becoming one big slop fest where AI is just recreating what the actual truth is, and people just take it as fact. And sure, it can assist with tasks such as writing, coding, and all of schoolwork, really. I don't know how kids are going to actually learn these days. I know I sound old as hell, but like, kids are just gonna AI everything. They're gonna chat, they're gonna Gemini, they're gonna Copilot every single assignment. So how do you actually learn? But I think AI is in the place right now where it's not good enough at any one of those things, like coding or writing, to be able to get away with it. I think in the near future, say in 5, maybe 10 years, I think it will be in a place where it's indistinguishable and it won't make as many mistakes. And that's when things get interesting. How do you stop it when it's unable to be detected? Good luck, whoever's organizing their curriculum in the future. But I think it all sounds the same especially when you're generating writing. It's like, it just sounds robotic. It doesn't sound like a person is typing these things up. And I get that in certain contexts that this can be advantageous, such as a professional setting. Say using chat to help make your email sound more professional. And when you don't know how to do that, it can be helpful. But it shouldn't generate your whole idea. It should help you adjust what you're writing and make it sound better. But keep the essence of what you were saying. And the diction that the AI uses, it really likes to repeat certain words that humans don't really say often, such as tapestry, such as delve. It loves to spam those words at a way higher rate than what humans use them in real life at. And another tell with the AI writing is the list of 3 things. It loves to do that. You could even see that in my intro. It just lists. That's kind of a tell, as well as just being redundant overall. It just loves to repeat things over and over and over again. Like, just get to the point. Why are we just filling up pages of slop? There's no rhyme or reason to it. We're just generating shit just for fun. But I think it can be helpful. We're going to have to learn how to work with AI, but there is a line you got to draw. It can't replace you doing the entire assignment. You need to do some work. It can help you with it. Maybe say making an outline, or once you're already done the assignment, helping it sound better, tweaking certain things. A sentence that's not readable, make it sound better. That's valid. But where we lost the plot is where we just generate the whole thing and be like, throw it in a humanizer and then call it a day. It's like, bro, what do you get out of that? You're not learning anything. But I digress. On to pillar number 3, the job market and its relationship with AI. So here are some stats to help you paint the picture in your mind. So about 12% of all jobs currently perform less than or equal to the skill of AI. They're at high risk of being replaced in the near future. And that number will only continue to grow as the years go on. 66% of companies are reducing entry-level hirings. That was a very telling stat for my generation. Kids who are about to graduate college. AI models are replacing these interns. AI can do better work than a lot of these interns, and companies are realizing this. So they're not even taking the chance and putting them on payroll. Why would you pay some kid $20 an hour to do your work when the AI can do it for $10? It's a no-brainer. It's not all bad though. I feel like people blow it out of proportion. I did some research here, and AI added 120,000 jobs in 2024. But it replaced 55,000 from 2023 through 2025. Over 3 years. And that's still less than half than how many jobs were added in 2024. I think that's a good sign. The thing is, people who are getting their jobs replaced, they have to find a new skill set and figure out what they're going to do with their careers now. It's kind of leaving a lot of people in limbo where they don't have these skills to adjust with the times. Let's say people such as drivers, like truck drivers, Uber drivers are getting replaced soon. Manufacturing jobs, even surgeons. They did surgery on a grape. Nobody's safe, man. But if you do have these AI skills, it's really advantageous in this new generation. And it leads to over a 55% wage premium if you have these differentiating AI skills. And also when you're applying to jobs, I'm going through this right now, but if your resume doesn't pass the AI scan, you're not even considered for the job. You have to know what the AI wants and game the system. It's a nasty game, but that's just the current climate that we're in. And it's really hard to know right now what jobs are safe long term, what career to go into that is quote unquote AI proof. And I don't think there is such a thing. But there are certain jobs that can't be fully replaced. Some jobs you might have to work with the AI, such as consultants. That might be replaced, low key. Therapists are getting replaced. Girlfriends are getting replaced. It's a lonely epidemic, man. Anyways, it's hard out here. A lot of jobs are in trouble. And people need to realize that. Choose your jobs wisely, or else you might get laid off. And now for some more ethical concerns. Got a laundry list of these. Data and privacy are at an all-time high risk right now. The large language models, they feed off of this data. They need your data. Data is the new gold. And we've seen countries such as China go to crazy lengths to harvest their citizens' data for profit. There is no barriers anymore. That's a big issue. Watch what you're typing into chat, guys. In all seriousness, don't be putting personal info in there. Next, we have the environmental implications of AI. It uses a massive amount of energy and water to help cool these data centers. They are running so much water and energy when you're using generative AI. You don't even realize, but like if you're using it for mundane tasks, you are wasting so much and you are harming the environment. So please stop that. Use it wisely. Something else that is concerning is the mass producing of misinformation. I mentioned it briefly, but people are going to use AI as a weapon to just generate false information and spread it so quickly, more quickly than they were ever able to before. I'll put an example up on the screen, but the current president loves to spread misinformation, I must say. Anyways, in a similar realm, people are also creating deep fakes of people doing things that they've never done, but it looks hyper realistic, so people might believe it. People recreating heinous acts and saying, oh, you did this. And as it gets better and better at recreating these things, we are cooked. Like Sora AI, like it's fun to do with your friends and whatever, but it's gonna get scary real quick. Have your fun while it lasts. Also, I briefly touched on this, but hallucinating and just making stuff up, this can alter history for some people. If someone relies on chat and takes everything it says as truth, and it's looking up historical facts that might have changed, somehow changed through the AI, it is going to change how people remember everything. Reality can be whatever the AI wants it to be. It's insane. And the AI bias and racism is really evident in a program such as Grok, because it shines through whatever the programmers told it to do, but times 10. It's just elevated. It's like cute and quirky, whatever, but it's also really ugly. It's had some bad controversies. In general, AI is going to affect how humans behave. It's going to become a giant hive mind between humans and AI, mixing culture into a giant melting pot, and we don't even realize it. So, let me know down in the comments, are you for, against AI, or are you somewhere in between like me? Let me know down in the comments. It's been your boy, Nova T. Thanks for rocking with me.